guys! So today we're working on the Stepfold Easel card that I showed in my hop video, and you guys were interested in the tutorial, so I thought I would come on and show you how to do that. So I also made a template so that you can kind of follow along in case you're not quite getting the measurements that I'm saying, because it can be kind of tricky. It took me a long time to kind of make this one. So alright, so our first one is we're going to start with a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, a normal card base, you know, and we're going to score at 4.25, another normal, but then we're going to score at 1 inch. And then we're going to come back to our scoring. We're going to go to our trimmer, go to the 2 3/4 mark, and just cut. Okay, let me show you on the template. This piece is not going to be touched at all. Okay, and then we're not going to touch this 1 inch strip. So we're just going to cut right here in between these kind of rectangles. Well, we're going to make the rectangles essentially. So just cut to the score marks, to the 1 inch and then to the 4.25 inch. Okay, so now this is where it gets tricky. We're going to want to go ahead and score at 2 1/8 all the way down. But we're going to want to only score at 3.25 on that first panel. So this is what it's kind of going to look like. Just a blank, which is going to be the end of your card base, the bottom of your card. You're going to have your score, 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 and then down here just one score. So you're going to have a little bit of a bigger box down there. It'll be a little bit easier to see when I start folding it. Okay, so this is where you're going to decide, where do I want my image, my main image to be. So if you're going to want her on the left side, you're going to have to fold it correctly. Or if you want her on the right side, you're going to want to fold it correctly. So you're going to have to just play with it and see. Because like if I fold here, that main image is going to be on the left side. If I fold it this way, my image is going to be on the right side. I kind of like when my image is on the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this and give it a good crease. And then I'm also going to go ahead and fold my actual easel section and give that a good crease. And then we're going to work on our steps. So the first one, you're going to want to fold, let's see if I can get this right, fold it down. So it's going to be, wow, you're folding this page down, so you're going to have an up. I think it's like the valley and mountain folds kind of. And then you're going to fold this one like this. And then your 1 inch there at the bottom is going to go like that. Just down. I know that was kind of awkward to follow. But when you're handling it, you'll kind of get the feel for it. Because the only way that this one's going to fold is if you have that score mark. So that's going to be folded down, because you want this whole page to be there so that you can stick your image on there. Does that make sense? Hopefully. But when you get done with it, if you give it a good crease, you have your little easel card. Your Stepfold Easel. Isn't that cool? So now we're going to go ahead and decorate it. I don't know if I guess I'll take you along for the coloring of my images and whatnot. There's not too much time. That didn't take too much time. And hopefully, you know, I explained it well enough. I'll have all of the measurements down in the description box so that you can kind of get a good feel for it. And that way you don't have to keep watching the video. Okay, so I need to cut my image to 2 3/4. Okay, so he's going to be, needs a little bit off of the other side here. I know you can't quite see that because the image is on the other side. And then we're going to want to cut him at, oh, I can't quite remember. Was it 4? I guess I could check here. Should remember, I mean, I did so many of them. 4 1/4. Oh, right, because, duh. Actually, we're going to do just 4, and that'll... Actually, I'm going to do a little bit less, just because that's kind of an awkward space. So we're going to do 3 3/4. But measure, I mean, however you like. You don't have to do a certain amount of space. Do what you want to do. Actually, I'm going to cut this in half. So I have some... And cut one of them. Actually, let's do 5 1/8 by 4. No. By 3 and... There. So that's going to be our inside. And then I also have some papers. I'm not sure if I'm going to work with those yet. Yeah. So let's go ahead and color him up. Let's see. I'm going to need to use my Conda markers. I'm getting some new Winsor & Newtons, and that's going to be so exciting. Alright. We're going to need browns, of course. The bear. Well, I guess he could be a polar bear. Let's do 172 BR and maybe 159 BR. If I can get it out, goodness. 159 BR. So we're going to start with the 159 because it's a lighter shade. Isn't he cute? If you go on my Facebook page, you can find out how to get him. There's a few ways. Actually, I wondered if I should put a little pink section in his ears, but that's okay. So I'm just going to kind of do like a wash in a way. I'm just putting down color to begin with. Just making sure not to get it in any places that I don't want it to be in. And I'm also going to leave his snout, or I don't know what you call it, the mouth part. I should know. I mean, and that's okay if I get a little bit in the little paws there, because I'm going to probably make those black. His paw pads. And I've got to decide what kind of color I want this sponge to be. Thinking green would be kind of cool. And if you get a little bit of color on the outside, don't worry. You can fix that. This is just to get the rough color down. So do not worry. Using markers is not that hard. Alright, so if you accidentally got a little bit on the outside or on a color that you don't want it to be, like here on the tub, you're just going to take your white Jelly Roll pen and go over it and let it dry while you do some other stuff, so that when you go to put color down on the where you got your color you didn't want it to happen, it'll end up being easier to fix. Alright, so then you're just going to kind of decide where you want your dark shades to be. So anywhere you think there would be a shadow, or just outlining the wherever you see the ink, just kind of follow those lines. Kind of like how you did when you were coloring in school. And then you're going to go back over with your light color again. And that's going to blend it out and also make your darker shade darker and your lighter shade darker, so it's not going to be as harsh of a contrast. But you can also leave, you know, some parts lighter. Like on the hand, I left a little bit light. Like I did a lighter touch in a way. And don't worry if you get some ink on some other parts. That Jelly Roll will save your life. Well, save your coloring. Okay. So now I think that fur is good. He's just so pooch. Take that Jelly Roll pen and go anywhere you don't want to see any of that color. And it's really good for when you do the eyes, because sometimes it get really close with the color and it doesn't quite go very well. Do I have a fluorescent green? Yes, 124F. And that's going to be his little sponge. His little loofah. Now for the water, I'm going to do 62B. That's 66. 62B. And I'm just going to kind of do some outlining. Because I don't really want to cover the whole thing blue. I just want to keep it kind of like the light is shining on it in a way. And then for the bubbles, I'm just going to do some like wisps. Just to kind of make it, you know, look like it's water. Soapy water. Now I want a pink nose, so let's do 170 BR. And you can always color this, you know, any way you want. You don't have to. That's 172. 170. Give him a little pink nose. Give him a pink mouth too. Need a dark gray, almost black, so 24C G, cool gray. Oh wait, that's 35. Let's do the 35 instead. That's even darker. For his little paw pads. Now this is going to be tricky because they're so tiny. Because I ended up going with a tinier image. So you just gotta be careful. Boop, boop, boop. And then we're going to want to do a light brown. So let's do the 172 BR for his mouth. Yeah, that looks good. And I think I want to do a galvanized tub instead of a wooden one. So I'm going to get my 20 CG, my 23 CG, and then maybe even my 24 CG. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but just in case I'll have it. So once again, I'm just going to do my lay of color. Just give a kind of general background here. And then I'll do my layering on top of it. So then I want to move to my next shade, which will be my 23 CG. And just kind of, I'm just going to do some lines. Kind of meeting in the middle. And then go back over with my 20 CG. And I'll see if I want to add some darker after I do this. Because I may. But we're just going to blend that out first and see. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that darker. Just a little bit down on the bottom. A little line on each of the little lines here. And then a little bit of a flick on each of the sides. And then go back over with my lightest to blend it all out. And this is just how I do it, so if you have a different way, go ahead and do that. It is all up to you. And that is the great thing about art. Do what comes to you. Let me put my markers away so we have more space here. And then I'm going to go with my Jelly Roll pen and go anywhere I think I see just some things coming out that maybe I don't want to be seen. Just where I went a little haywire with the marker. Okay, so I think he is done. I'm actually going to take some blue. Actually, no. Let's do a green again. I'm going to do this foresty green and ink him out around the edges just to give him a little bit more color because I didn't do a background for him. So He just needs a little bit something to pop him. Okay. So I have the other pieces of my kit here, and I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these stars out and use them in my card. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, this piece of paper. And do some fussy cutting. So there's only a few stars that I can really use because a lot of them are going off the page. That's okay. We can make it work. And I also want to use a sentiment, of course. So that's gonna... So I don't need too many stars, really. If you have made it this far, awesome. I'm just going to kind of cut so it's a little easier to get to. I think this card is going to turn out so cute. I love how this kit came out. Just love it so much. Spent a lot of hard time on this one. And I love rustic and I love bears, so it's kind of a win for me. Okay, I need to cut out a sentiment. Let's do warm and fuzzy holiday wishes because it has the bear. I need my trimmer here. Let's give this a cut. I can put that over there and use it later. Let's see, will 1.5 be? Let's do 1 3/4. Now, I'm not going to trim it all the way down because I might want to do like a banner. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm just going to leave that for now. So let's go ahead and put some pieces down, and we'll kind of work from there. So we need our inside. Excuse my loud tape roller. I ordered some tape on Amazon, and it's not going to be here for a while. So, because I made the mistake of ordering on the weekend. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh! There's some glue on the other side. Come on. That's why I'm not really liking this tape runner. It likes to go crazy. There, let's try that. So I'm going to kind of put it down closer to the bottom than the top, but still kind of center it. Just because the easel is going to come down. We can go ahead and put our bear on. So instead of putting tape on the actual image, I'm going to go ahead and put tape down on the card, because that will ensure that he will... I'll get the tape where I need it to go, rather than kind of trying to guess. So you're just going to put your image on the bottom section. Oh, he's so cute! Got that glue everywhere. Oh my gosh. I don't like this tape runner at all. I used to love it. Okay, so we're going to put the large star in the back here. And then put a few of the smaller ones. Right next to it. And I think I am going to do the banner. The fishtail banner. And I think I should probably do the inking on it as well, just so it kind of matches. So I'm going to take my ink here. And just ink up all the edges. Try and get the center of the banner there. It's a little big, so I think I gotta cut it down a little bit. Not quite equal there. Let's try that. That'll work. Alright, so let's go ahead and put some, actually, I need it on the bottom. I'm actually going to have it overlap a little bit on there, on the bear. And then to have it held up, oh, got some ink on there. I have this cute little, I already watercolored it, it's just been sitting on my desk. It's also from this kit. And I'm going to go ahead and put him down. And the antlers are going to be really good to hold that up. Actually, I should probably do in the center here. Because you can't really see the sentiment. There. Actually, that's going to be... I know, I'm being fussy. I just want to make sure that it's going to be able to close and be sent out. There. That should be good. So there... See, the antler is going to poke out a little bit, but that's okay. I can smush it in there. So there it looks like folded up. And then when you do the, oops, when you have it on your easel, there it is. Oh, it's so cute, you guys. I can't even, I can't. I love it. What do you guys think? How was the tutorial? Was it, hopefully I explained it well enough. But there it is, and I hope you guys like it. I believe the SBC challenge for the month is Stepfold cards. So go ahead and make sure and check out that, because now you have an awesome way to do it, or you could just do a normal Stepfold. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Make sure to leave a comment if you did, and a thumbs up if you want to see more content kind of like this. It kind of gives me a general feel of what everyone's liking. I mean, I take that into account somewhat, but, you know, I kind of do what I like as well. So, You know, I gotta keep it fun for me. Anyways, any crafting is fun for me. I gotta say that though. But that is your Stepfold Easel card. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope that I will see you in the next video. I hope you're having a crazy day, not too crazy, good crazy, not bad crazy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!